Ooh, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We've got our final game of the day for Starladder Season 9 EU Day 2. We've got Relaxer doing fine up against Power Rangers.
I still can't believe you don't use the chat wheel.
Yeah, I just...
There's so many good ones there. Have you never been muted? I've been muted one time.
No, I don't think so. How do you know if you're muted? Does it tell you? Like, does it pop up and say...
I think so, yeah.
You're muted, son? Yeah, no, it's never happened.
Oh.
I'm nice to people, Ben.
I'm nice, too. Before spectators could report people.
Oh, what? Spectators?
Yeah.
That's stupid.
There's a lot of things that are stupid. But...
Says,
and not using chat wheel is one of them.
Okay, all right. Shots fired. Point taken.
I'm just kidding. I guess you can just type it out, but I don't know. It's just nice.
It's nice, yeah.
You don't
it's
even
just
use
one
it for
of those
missing?
things. I
You
use the old-fashioned
you're
press
one of those
enter.
people that don't call missing, do you?
No, I press enter and say MIA top.
Wow, then you miss out on the CS.
Yeah, you're right. I'm not saying it's the most efficient way of doing things. I just
Relax, you're doing fine.
all right.
And well played.
Well played, yeah.
Well played's one of the classic ones. Okay, well let's go into this draft right now.
This draft is like already underway here. So wow, yeah, we got into this really late. They cruised on through. So let's do a crash course here, Merlini. Nyx Assassin, Disruptor, Doom, and Storm
oh, the
Spear.
Wraith King!
Is this the support Wraith King?
I think it might be position 1.
Oh, that's exciting too. But
yeah, Wraith King versus Doom is awesome.
I was just talking about the support Wraith King, so I was excited that it may be a reality. But wow. So what's the deal with Wraith King, Merlini? Draft or shaft?
He's ownage.
He's just pure own. It's not often that you say ownage about a hero like that.
He's ownage versus Doom.
Just Doom though.
He's alright in tri-lanes.
Okay.
But generally, like, you want to get him farmed up in the tri-lane. And he's decently strong in the tri-lane. He has an 8-second cooldown stun. That also has a slow. It's like Slithering Crush, except only single target.
Yeah. And it has a... Yeah, well, I guess Slithering Crush has a slow also. So.
Yeah, it has a dot too, a small dot.
Yeah, the dot's actually not that bad. Right? It's okay.
No,
it's not a lot, but it's a nice little...
It's good for Roshan.
They scurry away. Yeah, he is good for Roshan. That vampiric aura is beast, dude.
Yeah, it definitely needed that buff though. It was garbage before.
Yeah, I mean it's.
But
it's
yeah,
tough.
versus Starladder and a Doom. I don't know. He's gonna need a BKB this game,
Definitely.
Or like tons of items like Armlet, Midas, Treads, like Desolator. Like he's gonna need to get stacked. But yeah, he works well versus Doom. You can't. You don't want to like Doom the Wraith King, or else he'll just slow everyone on the team. That slow is ridiculous though. Too.
It has a really big range.
It's 75% slow.
Yes.
It's like upheaval.
It's really good.
Yeah.
It's insanely good.
But again, they have this like, Nature's Prophet, Rubik, Death Prophet. They're not the most aggressive heroes.
No, and part of the problem with Wraith King as well with that ultimate is if he's a support, you can kind of just ignore him and then not proc his ultimate. If he's a carry,
oh yeah, you can definitely ignore him.
If he's a carry, you can still kind of ignore him.
You can't. No, not if he has deeps, dude.
Yeah, if he has the deeps.
If he has a deeps. I mean, he has a short cooldown stun, dude.
Yeah.
He has a lot of uptime.
That's true. I don't know. I'm slowly becoming a fan of Wraith King. I thought he was trash, and then I played him a little bit, and I was like, you know.
No, he's not trash.
He's not that bad.
He's
not
like
dumpster tier.
6.5 out of 10.
Would you say he's better than Morphling?
Yeah, he's way better than Morphling.
Way better than
way
Morphling.
better than Morphling.
Wow.
He has his disables, dude.
Yeah, he has. What is this? Axe is the
nice,
final choice.
Dude, this is so manly.
Dude,
I
actually just went from sleepy to this game's gonna be exciting.
Dude, I drafted Axe and Wraith King the other day in Captain's mode.
And did
Captain's
your team just quit? Were they like, what the hell is wrong with this guy?
No, we were owning, and then Wraith King didn't get farmed, and they just kept killing him. But Wraith King needs farm.
Yeah. He definitely does in the position.
Axe, I don't know if he does that well versus this lineup. Firstly, like he doesn't have that much armor. He has a lot of armor with Berserker's Call, but his base armor is really low. So Starladder can still destroy him, and he's not that great at grappling with a storm. It's interesting.
Yeah.
It's somewhat greedy too. What Death Prophet mid, Nature Prophet off, Wraith King Rubik safe lane with a Axe jungle. Like they could offensive try. Who was her last hero? PRs? Disruptor. Yes. So they could offensive try with Disruptor, Nyx, and Starladder, and then Wraith King wouldn't get Jack. And then I guess they had the potential to move in with Axe King, so it's still a little bit risky. But I think PR will just do solo try, and they could do Starladder, Disruptor top, greedy draft with the Doom in the jungle and Nyx offlane. I think that's probably the best choice for them because you either counter greed with greed or you punish it with aggressiveness. And I don't think they had the lineup to punish it that heavily early.
Yeah, they have an okay...
Nyx and Disruptor are really bad without levels, though.
Yeah, I was thinking more like they would do a solo safe lane Doom, then do an aggressive try with Storm.
Yeah, they could get really punished by the Axe though, and they only have one ranged babysitter too.
Yeah, so. That's a good point. I was thinking that mostly because Axe will be in the jungle and Wraith King Rubik. That's pretty strong as well. Yeah, they have a couple of options here. Which draft do you like more though? This is definitely.
I like PR's draft a little bit more because I think Disruptor's really strong and Starladder is pretty good versus their lineup. Again, it's very good versus Nature's Prophet. It can grapple with the Sand King or sorry, a Skeleton King in the early mid, and he's decent versus the Axe too. So he's a good front line. They have a lot of good ways to initiate. They have Glimpse, they have Starladder potentially with a Blink Dagger, they have Storm that can zip in, they have Nyx with the Vendetta and the Impale, and they have Doom with Doom. They have so many ways to initiate, whereas Relax, like, what are you going to do? Like, I guess Wraith King can run in, Axe can also go in, and that's about it. Like, Nature's Prophet, maybe with a setup. Death Prophet, not your best initiator, too. But Death Prophet's actually pretty good versus, Storm, though. I like that. But they have Scandal standing in for their mid player, so...
Oh, on the Dire side.
Yeah, so this should bump up the odds in favor of Power Rangers a little bit. Speaking of odds...
Scandal on a team in Starladder? Isn't that...
I don't know. It's 30% relax, 70% PR, but this should...
I think that's a little much.
I think it's a little much, too.
30-70? I mean, PR, I would say, are the favorites, but that's a big margin.
It's not a 30-70.
Yeah, Relax, I mean, they have some big names here. Tame My Wild, Dread, Shotchlo, Windex, I'm not as privy to, but Yoki, I remember.
And they have small names.
Yeah, they have small names, yeah.
And big names.
Interesting. So Scandal is the stand-in for ZXC. I didn't even notice in the draft. That draft just went by so fast. Sometimes it goes by too short.
I like the quick drafts, though. Quick. Teams know what they're doing instead of like, should we draft in this?
Merlini's all about the efficiency. I've seen you play Hearthstone. You're just like click, 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 click,
dude,
done. Click, click, click,
I'm
done.
super fast.
I like to take my time a little bit.
Efficiency, man.
I'm not one of those slow pokes just sitting there like, I only have 2 cards. I don't know which one to play, but I like to think. You gotta enjoy it, man. You're like one of those guys that plays slot machines.
You think when the other people are doing their
no, that's when I tab out and work on.
I already know what the other player's doing. Okay, so that's why I go fast.
I can't wait until we start playing Texas Hold'em here at the BTS house. That's gonna be so much fun.
You'll be broke.
Are you a poker guy?
You'll be broke.
Oh. Can we?
I play poker.
Can we get a nice Texas Hold'em like pocket cam stream going? That would be sick. That'd be awesome.
Anyways, how we introduce the lineups.
No, we have not. Do you want to start it off? You can take your pick a team.
I'll take PR. PR, we have F-God, FNG on the Nyx Assassin, Cheshire Cat on the Doom, Scandal standing in for their Storm Spirit solo mid, J4 and Disruptor, and Moon on the Starladder.
Yeah, certainly. I always have trouble trying to guess which order you're going to introduce the heroes in, so I can click on them right as you say it. It's always
I usually go by scoreboard.
Oh, really?
Because then I don't have to move the camera.
That's why it's so difficult.
Because I usually like to watch the lanes that might... I don't want to miss first blood while I'm calling lane.
That's a fair point. Actually, Cheshire Cat in a little bit of trouble. Yoki will throw the stun. Now Wind X, there's the telekinesis. He will pull him back. Do they have the damage, though? Doom is rather tanky right now, and they get it. Yes.
Man, if only Doom had 1 armor.
Oh,
really, if he had 1 armor, he would have lived.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's
but
wow,
that's unfortunate.
So, yeah, Cheshire Cat takes the spell.
Wow, level 2 Vampiric R. That's unusual. The reason why people don't get it is because it pushes out your lane.
Yeah, you can't toggle it on and off to take it away from creeps.
I think you should be able to.
I agree. I don't see a reason why you shouldn't have the choice. If you can toggle your Basilius, you should be able to toggle your Vampiric Aura.
Yeah. Most people get either stats, so you can have 2 stuns or more stuns early, or you can get Mortal Strike. But Mortal Strike scales pretty poorly.
Yeah, it scales okay, but the first point is not a value point. The scaling isn't bad, though. It goes up to 275.
Yeah, but it's not as good as, like, Juggernaut crit, I think. Juggernaut crit is better. Most crits are better than Wraith King's crit. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
I'm just saying scaling isn't the right word. It's just a bad crit. It still scales, though.
It scales poorly.
It scales poorly.
It scales poorly for the skill point.
When you say... Really? It goes up 50 per level. Is that really that bad?
25 at the first level is really bad.
Yeah, the starting point is terrible. That's the
That's why it scales poorly.
Yeah.
Because the first point's terrible.
I think we're arguing about the same thing. Just arguing.
Okay,
over
anyways,
semantics here.
we see Shashlo in a little bit of trouble on the top lane, but he has boots. He's good.
Radiant's
That was a
got
deep dive. That was almost at the T2, and the T1 is like almost untouched.
Yeah. They wanted that kill. Let's introduce the Radiant roster, though. We've got Team RX in the mid lane. We've got Tame My Wild playing on the solo Death Prophet. Shotchlo, we've already seen him up in the off lane here playing on the Nature's Prophet up against a Tri. And they've got a Tri lane of their own, or, well, one similar. Yoki going to be on the position 1 Wraith King. Rubik being played by Wind X. And Dread will be in the jungle on the Axe. Who's going to get the Axe next, Merlini? Only time will tell. Interesting choice for Axe as well. He did go Poor Man's Shield instead of double Stout Shield.
Ew. Oh.
Ew.
Pro Man Shield does not help you at all in the jungle. Like, it gives you 1 armor. And that's it.
I guess. I mean, Axe does have low starting
Yeah, that's why you get a
but isn't
ring of
double
protection.
shield? Isn't double shield into a ring a lot better?
You either get double shield or shield ring of protection. Like, either one is way better than Poor Man Shield. It's not even just slightly better.
Yeah. Interesting. Very interesting.
Dread might actually die here. He can't even take a Centaur camp at like full HP. It's scary.
He's got no regen. Yeah, Axe is definitely slow going to get the ball rolling.
Yeah, you have to get a lot of stacks going.
Yeah, stack that easy.
Oh,
jam.
they've been owning his camps too. I didn't even notice this. They had the magic bush warded. Oh, he should be stacking this. Oh, he missed a stack. Oh, what a disaster.
What a disaster.
What a disaster. He could have stacked it with Battle Hunger. Oh, and he's gonna block his camp. What are you doing, Dread? Oh no. This is a disaster.
Looks like he wants the rune. That's not going to happen either.
Yeah,
So now he's left with centaurs or these little satyr mine.
Dude, satyrs are ownage, but now, like, what is he gonna do? Leech XP off middle? That's terrible for your solo mid. Yeah, Dread. He either should have stacked or not blocked the camp. Either one's fine, or go home to heal. So at least you're like somewhat efficient. But now he's in like this weird position where if he goes home to heal, he's not gonna be there in time to stack. If he goes in mid, he's just leeching off.
They're about to dive Shotchlo. Cheshire Cat was just waiting for the golden opportunity. Shotchlo pokes forward towards the tower, and now he is in deep doo-doo.
He's donezo.
Yeah, Moon's going to grab that kill.
But the tower won't fall, which is pretty important. He'll definitely be revived in time. And he spent his gold before he died. He bought a Blades of Attack in town.
Yeah.
And
that actually did cost PR quite a bit. Cheshire Cat was in this little cranny right here. He sat there for a good 60 seconds at least, just waiting for the opening. So a good kill, but did not come for free, and like you said, they won't even come close to transitioning into a push. This tower is still very healthy with about 1,000.
These heroes are terrible for pushing, though. Disruptor and Starladder, they're all about getting kills. Same with Nyx Assassin. So Power Rangers, they have the better killing lineup, but relax. I mean, they have better, slightly better team fight, and definitely more farm at this stage in the game.
Yeah, Wraith King is the leader on the last hit chart, 33 and 14. Yoki doing pretty well, almost at that level 5 mark. Rather curious what item he's going to go for. Will this be just a good old-fashioned, healthy, casual Sanj Merlini?
On who? Yoki?
Yeah.
No way.
No
way.
I
I
do like Halberd on Wraith King, though. Even in the
aight.
hard carry, it's not that bad. I think it's all right. If you need that early buffer.
The reason I don't like it, it's not that great in BKB wars, which it may come down to.
Yeah.
He needs armor, firstly, I think, for Starladder. That's more important than evasion.
Do you like Armlet on Wraith King?
Yeah, that's good.
Big fan. It's really good with the vampiric aura. You can just like turn that baby on and just.
I mean, he's already difficult to kill too. He has like a fair amount of armor. 4 armor is pretty good on a strength hero, and he has reincarn obviously. I didn't even know they spelled his. They renamed his skill Wraithfire Blast. It used to be Hellfire Blast.
Yeah.
But now he has his Midas. So this is a really good timing. 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, they got that first blood kill down bottom. Rubik was the one that actually grabbed the last hit, but still a very quick Midas timing here, and I think it's the right choice. They're giving him a lot of room to farm, and
he needs to get big so he can dominate people, and he needs to be a threat so that he gets doomed.
Yeah, well, and it's just it's more of a passive early game here. So
they have a passive team.
Yeah, it's just a good game for Midas in general. They're not pressuring.
The axe just doesn't seem to fit in. Like, to be honest, like maybe they could have gone for like an Enigma or something. Enigma would have a really hard time getting his ult off, but any greedy jungler.
I'm more just confused by Dread's build. He went for early boots, which isn't bad, but not when you have Poor Man's Shield. Like right now, he's got no regen. One of the reasons you go for that early ring of protection is you turn him into Tranquil Boots, and then you get the regeneration, and it all works together in one big pot. And here, Axe is kind of like he's got a piece of bread, he's got a piece of corn, and those two don't really go together. That was a weird food reference, but still, am I right here, Merlini, or am I off?
The Pro Man Shield is just a bad item on him if you're not laning, firstly. Secondly, yeah, I agree that he should
I mean, what are these boots doing for him right now? He's getting to camps faster, but he's got no regen, so that movement speed just gets wasted.
I think like he either goes bottle and run around and battle hunger people, or you go Ring of Health into a pipe or Vanguard later so that you can, or even a Ring of Regen, because Vlad is pretty good with with Wraith King, or you can just go into a mech too. And I think any of these are fine. It looks like he is finally triple stacking the camp, so he will probably get level 6 off this, which is really important for him.
He should be able to kill it. I don't know.
Yeah, I think he can kill it. It's not. There's no furbolgs. There's a lot of piercing damage.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Uh-oh, Axe is in trouble though. Maybe not. He'll get caught by the Impale. Scandal waddles his way up to the high ground. The Electric Vortex. Rubik's inbound and will use a telekinesis to buy him some time. The zip from Scandal will be enough to secure the kill. And now Rubik not out of the clear. He won't pursue though, as Death Prophet is starting to join the battle. And they will try and escape. Scandal will almost grab the rune. Great deny from Tame My Wild.
Over here now.
And Scandal zips to the high ground. Just barely enough mana to make it out.
Yeah, Axe is just a non-factor. Like, what is he doing with his items and stuff? Like, he just needs level 6 so he can start killing people and start dunking on fools. But
slam dunk it.
Yeah, Starladder's going to have a lot of items. He's not going to want to Berserkers call him soon.
Yeah. And RX, they have the gold advantage by about 500 experience going the way of Power Rangers, mostly because of that Doom. He is now level 6. He's got Arcane Boots up, and he's going to port mid. It looks like they are hungry for a kill. Dire Structures fortified in the mid lane here as Tame My Wild has popped the Exorcism. They're going for it though. The zip forward. Will he use the Doom on the DP? Yes, he will. Doom on.
That was not necessary, but still, it is very important to quell any. Oh boy.
Great glimpse back into the kinetic field. They'll get a kill on Shotchlo as well. Easy double kill, and they keep their tower alive with plenty of hit points to spare.
Now it's all on Wraith King. Can he carry?
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's pretty much how it goes right now. Like, Death Prophet's push just got stopped dead in his tracks. He went for Power Treads for some unknown reason. I guess he wants an HP buffer versus the Storm. But now Dread's just getting rocked on top.
Yeah, this is rough. I mean, what can Dread do here? He's only level 5. A Kinetic Field comes out. There's the Static Storm. J4 actually in a bad position as Nature's Prophet comes around the backside. They'll make it a 1-for-1. Axe falls in exchange for the Disruptor. So still not a bad trade for PR. Support for the jungling Axe. They'll continue to keep him down.
Yep. But yeah, Wraith King just farming away, 1,000 gold. He has his phase booties. He probably needs a couple more items before he needs to start joining fights. The one thing I don't like about Wraith King is his level 1 ultimate is obscenely long cooldown. 260 seconds. That is ridiculous.
Yeah, that's like just about on point with the Bloodstone Suicide. A little bit less, but you're looking at some more numbers there.
The Bloodstone full HP Suicide that we saw earlier. That was so funny.
That was good. That might be BTS moment worthy.
So Dread now clearing this tri-stack. So he will have his urn after this, but I mean, is he going to be able to get any kills to get his urn?
Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, urn is a good item, but you need the charges. You need to be able to kill people. And Axe, well, he's level 6. He's kind of par for the course, right? Dead center of the pack. I believe he's in the 6th position right now. So, yeah, he's okay. Now that he has Culling Blade, he can start trying to pick up some kills.
Oh boy.
It's not going to be easy, though.
Scandal's going to go nuts, though. He's 1-0-2. He just had a regen rune, and yeah, he could just zip around. There's his Doom.
Forward, they're on the high ground. Doom will come out onto the Rubik. The kinetic field as well. Storm zips in. The static Storm. Rubik and Axe get obliterated. 2 easy kills for Power Rangers. A very worthy smoke there. Easy peasy.
Yeah.
They're looking good. Power Rangers looking sharp, man.
I think it's just relaxed not looking good. They pushed mid as 2 into a Disruptor and a Storm. Both of those heroes can punish ill positioning and like great outnumbering very heavily, and they just didn't have a tool to counter initiate, and they just overextended. And then after that, like Axe just dies twice, 3 times now. And like Axe hasn't really done anything this game, and he was very poor in the jungle with his poor man shield and the brown boots early that, as you said, didn't really offer him anything. So they just played this early game pretty poorly, and they give a little bit too much for PR.
Exorcism used in the mid lane. There's no glyph available, so this tier 1 will fall, but perhaps they can grab a kill or something. Nope, Scandal zipping forward, considering a tower kill, or pardon me, tower deny, but doesn't find it. All that time, though, space created, and Moon will secure the tower kill up in the top. So Starladder getting himself a solo tower kill. That'll make up for the derpy investment into a Vanguard.
He's going to have like a 14-minute blink, Vanguard, and power treads.
He's fat, dude. Look, he's only 200 gold behind that of the Wraith King, and Wraith King had, like, almost the fastest bite as possible, unless you get, like, a first blood or an early tower kill. That's how well this Starladder's been farming. He's been left to his own devices now that he has that tower. It's just impressive. This is where Starladder really shines. If he can get that early Vanguard, I was being a bit facetious about the derpy comment, but he's pretty tanky, and he got it very early as well. That's his blink. One more creep. And they're dire, so Starladder on the dire side is always just so much more valuable. He makes Rosh so
Radiant's
easy.
middle tower is
Yeah,
under attack.
too easy.
Too easy, yeah. You know, I asked Gods yesterday when I got to cast with it, or yesterday when I got to cast with him, like, you know, what do you think about minus armor on Starladder? And he sort of shrugged, like, what do you mean? I'm like, don't you think it's a little bit too good if you have a lot of minus armor? He was just like, not really. He was okay with it. I was a little surprised. He was surprised that I was surprised.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, it's...
Maybe I've just been talking to you about
Minus armor has been around for a really long time.
Yeah.
I think he's only decent. He's only good with other minus armor.
Yeah, Dread is in some trouble. They'll catch him following that Rosh. Now Yoki in some trouble as well. He does have the ultimate available. Plenty of mana to proc it. Crypt Swarm actually doing a lot of damage here. Many low health heroes on the side of PR. They will have to retreat a little bit. They catch Shachlo on the side. Another great kinetic field. Static Storm comes out, and they finish off the Nature's Prophet. Dread did buy back. He's in the fray, and he may fall yet again. Will it be a dieback Merlini? It will. Now Scandal's in some trouble, but he's the one with the Aegis, so that's A-okay. Cheshire Cat just trying to make the escape. A great kinetic field stops Yoki in his tracks. Catches Tame My Wild as well. He'll get caught by the Doom ultimate, and still an Aegis available on Scandal. Yoki will commit to proc the Aegis here, and this could actually prove to be a mistake. Storm with full health, full mana. Ooh, the Impale off the mark, but there we go. Zip zap forward. Tame My Wild. He'll waste the Exorcism before falling. Oh no, or will he? They'll turn it around onto Scandal. Wow, a great use of the ultimate. I thought DP was doomed for sure, but they'll finish off Storm. They punish the over-aggression. They also get a kill on Nyx Assassin.
Yep. Starladder, he needed his blink that fight. He had his way, like, it was coming on the chicken, and then he made his way to the side shop to buy a TP scroll, but he didn't actually have it. So I think the fight would have been a lot different had he had that blink dagger. But still, that was pretty impressive hold from Relax, considering how far behind they are, and that PR had the Aegis, and on the Storm Spirit too. Storm Spirit very close to his BKB, but he won't have the deeps. Wraith King didn't actually even pop his ultimate that fight, and he's just getting kited around. But what else can
I really thought Storm was going to have enough damage to finish off Tame My Wild at the end there, right? When he popped his ult. I thought that was going to be one of those exorcisms, then just instant death, but DP, I guess
he has the drums. I mean, the Tread's drums. I generally like phase drums, but drums is, I think, is so important on the hero. Firstly, you need to be able to chase people with exorcism, and secondly, you just need the HP buffer, because if she dies with her exorcism up, it's just terrible.
Oh, they deny the regeneration rune from Scandal. Now they'll try and turn it around, but Moon comes in.
What the stun?
Wow. Still, it's not over yet. All 5 of Relax are going to rotate towards the mid lane right now. So Power Rangers will just back up. Meanwhile, down bottom, F-God intercepting the creep wave, and he'll start pressuring this bottom tier 1 tower.
Where has F-God been?
He's just been farming away on the Nyx Assassin. What's his score here? He's 1-1-4, so he's actually been involved in about half the kills. Not too bad, not the most active Nyx, but he is level 8, Arcane Boots up, and 1,300 in the bank. So I think he's just trying to farm for that blink before he gets too aggressive.
Wraith King trying to sweep their own jungle, but PR already has a ward there, and they are already far back, and this tower will not die to PR. But Yoki, yeah, he just has a really hard time catching up to people. Like, Starladder just sprints away, the Storm zips away, Doom Scorchers away, Disruptor drops a Connect Field and runs away, and Nyx has a stun and Spike Carapace and Vendetta. So I don't really know how he's going to stick on the targets. And maybe if Axe had a blink, they could stick on a target, but Axe is nowhere close to blink, and none of the other heroes are really that good at chasing.
Yeah. If Axe had a blink, this would be a much different game. But, I mean, look at the net worth chart. He is number 9 right now. The only one lower than him is Rubik. Even Disruptor is ahead of him. It's so grim for Dread right now. He's so broke.
Has he even gotten an urn chart?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
He may have gotten one in that last fight, but
I don't think
he's
I don't
got.
know.
He
I
doesn't
think
have any in his
died
urn
twice,
right now.
Like before.
Actually, you're right. He just died before those kills came out, so perhaps not. Wraith King does have his armlet up now, which is definitely good news. He's still the leading farmer here, staying a healthy bout ahead of the Starladder by about 700 gold or so. But Starladder's farm is still very impressive. We will see an engage in the mid lane. Cheshire Cat standing in the trees will use the War Stomp onto Yoki. He'll get glimpsed back. Now this is the time for Cheshire, or pardon me, for Power Rangers to fight. Cheshire Cat in the front line still just drop axe once again.
Gotta watch a TB versus Disruptor.
Yeah.
Gotta watch it.
That would have been a much different fight if they had the Wraith King there. But now Death Prophet, she's... Hey, you did need to blow the ultimate there, Doom. That was definitely overkill. Pretty sure DP was dead with no mana. But... they secure the kill nonetheless. It looks like they don't want to pursue the fight. They'll just take this tier 1 tower.
Get their easy kills.
Yeah, Glyph popped. And Shotchelo down bottom. He's going to try and rat Dota. You'll be happy to see this Nature's Prophet, though, working his way towards a mech, Merlini. Midas into mech. I like it.
They need it.
Oh,
like,
badly. Do they? There's already one up on Power Rangers. It's been up for quite a while, sitting in the inventory of Doom. And Storm actually went BKB first. Interesting. I would have thought he would go Orchid with all that early momentum.
F-God may be getting a kill on the Rubik right now. They have a Sentry Ward, though. They will see him.
Yep, and yeah, Disruptor got picked off.
That's stolen Doom.
Uh-oh. Oh, we're looking at different fights. There's like 3 engages happening at once here. Now Scandal, he's in some trouble. They'll dive the bottom tier 1. He's trying to find a way out of the trees, but oh, that battle hunger. It's just too much.
Oh, I guess it wouldn't have mattered anyways.
Yep.
But I mean,
so that will be 2 kills down here at this
yeah, I'm
bottom
not a big
tier
fan
1.
of the BKB rush either. Like, I think it's a secondary item post-Orchid. But, I mean, Orchid's not that great this game. I guess he can pick off either a Nature's Prophet or Rubik with it. But there's been so many team fights going on that, yeah, well, relax. I mean, they're just putting pressure out on this. They're down by 3,000 gold, but looking to end that disparity a little bit.
They grab a couple of kills, and they get 2 back-to-back towers here, so that will be a nice gold boost coming their way. Let's see if maybe some core items can get completed. There's the mech on Nature's Prophet. Axe, well, he's got 1,000 gold. That's the most he's seen in quite a while. Wraith King, he's got that armlet with another 1,500 in the bank. And DP...
Uh-oh, F-God might find Shotchelo right here. He is definitely going to find it. And if Storm TPs, he's goner.
Oh, Shotchelo. Shotchelo is low on mana as well. He'll have enough to TP, but that's about it. The interrupt, the mana burn, not even enough for the teleportation. Disruptor coming in as well. He'll glimpse him back into the trees. Easy peasy.
Greedy.
Greed. Yep.
He was very close to his mech. Oh, no, he has his mech. Okay, so he's good.
So I'm curious what Death Prophet is going to do with this ultimate orb, though. Is this going to be a Lincoln's? I can't imagine that's the go-to item here against the Starladder.
What else? Sheep?
Yeah, Sheep has got to be the only other... I mean, no way it's going to be a Scotty. That would be crazy.
Crazy talk.
I mean, it could be a Lincoln's. It's just not ideal against Starladder because you have that easy simmable ability to knock it off.
It's good versus Glimpse, though.
Yeah, certainly is.
Decent versus Doom. Yoki stuns himself.
Yeah, and F-God.
Dang,
wow.
that crit. Jeez.
Big crit.
Did he crit there?
I thought he did.
I thought he did too.
Maybe he didn't. I don't know.
I don't know either.
He still got
I mean,
obliterated.
that Nyx has got a crush.
Yeah.
I mean, he has the max mana burn build. Why? It's okay versus Wraith King, but you know how many mana burns it's going to take to burn him down? How much int does he have right now? He has 46 int right now. Mana burn does 4.5 times int. So we're looking at like what, maybe a little over 200. He's still gonna have to cast it like twice, and that's excluding magic stick charges too. So I don't know. Like Nick says, he's only level 9. He's not gonna be able to pull it off that.
Yeah, that's the big thing about reincarnation. It's not percentage based anymore. It's just straight up 140. So all you have to do on Wraith Knight is pull wand charges and then just pop it right before you're gonna die, and you'll have plenty of mana. It's really not that hard to do. Down bottom, Shotchelo will get caught once again. Scandal and Cheshire Cat will make that happen. They'll make quick work out of him, and Nature's Prophet will get sent back to the well.
Nature's Prophets have just been really ineffective today, in general.
Just in general. He's 0 for 3 so far, and this game is not really looking too hot for the team with Nature's Prophet. Yoki engaged on, will be caught inside the Static Storm. There's the Wraith King ultimate, and they won't pursue. They will just be happy to proc the cooldown and make the escape. Tamed by Wild coming in. He is now level 11 with 2 points in Exorcism. So DP is getting a little bit more scary, and I just noticed this DP skin. It's kind of Or all these items, they're kind of weird. I don't know how I feel about this headpiece.
I don't like the headpiece. I changed out headpieces. I had the set.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan.
You get new ghosts though.
She looks too much like a blood elf. A blood elf like cosplaying
She
as
looks like
Illidan.
I don't know. I can.
Oh, Dread. Oh, Dread. Oh, F God. Stun off the mark, but it doesn't matter. Scandal zips
Does he have
in.
his blink? He does. Okay.
Yeah, blink on Doom, blink on Nyx as
Oh,
well.
I was talking about Dread.
Oh, Dread. Does he have it?
Yeah, he has it.
No, he doesn't.
It's on his.
Oh, it's on the courier.
It's on the courier. Yeah.
Oh, my mistake there.
Well, I mean, but it's 22 minutes axe with a pro man shield, an urn, and a blink, and brown boots and magic.
Yeah.
That's not your best use of farm. He is.
Dude, Ruby Tuesday's dipping at his heels. A few more creep kills. If they get this kill mid, Axe will go down to the bottom farmer. And Moon, it's a 4-man gank to try and kill this Starladder. And they might be able to do it. He's trying to slither away. Whoa, ho! A huge impale from F-God, looking to find a kill. They'll pop their mech. Now in comes Cheshire Cat as well. Throws the ultimate out onto the Death Prophet, trying to prevent the Exorcism from coming out. Once this kill on Shotchlow, one more swing on to do it, and he gets it. Great team support from Power Rangers. But now Cheshire Cat in a little bit of trouble. Scorched Earth is down. Mech is down as well. They want this kill, but a beautiful kinetic field. It zones out Yoki. He does not have an ultimate. He is definitely the target they want to go for. Doom will be able to blink back, and
Man, if Storm were here for that fight, oh my gosh, PR would have cleaned up so hard.
and Dread maybe too bold, my friend. He wants FCOP, but what was that?
A feed.
You're right. It really was. That was just an unfortunate.
If he has like blade mail, he can go in like that, but not with no items.
Yeah, that blink was like, that was the bully, hey, I'm a few levels up on you. I'm going to culling blade your ass play.
At
that
the T2.
Yeah, at the T2. That wasn't the, oh god, I wish I knew what they were saying right now. So bad.
It's a YOLO play.
YOLO play.
Man. Yeah, Dread.
That was crazy.
He's just pretty much been a non-factor this game, though,
Yeah.
to be fair. I don't necessarily think it worked that well into the draft. I think it was a little bit greedy going with a Death Prophet, a Nature's Prophet, a Wraith King, and an Axe. But that's just me.
Yeah, this Wraith King, he's doing okay. He now has 4,000 gold in the bank. He's still the leading farmer, but again, I'm continually impressed at how well this Starladder has been farming. Moon has just been nipping at his heels this entire game, and you'd think with that Hand of Midas, Wraith King would be just way ahead of him. And they're actually close in CS as well. They're 2 CS apart. That also speaks to how well Moon has been farming. Desolator, though, up on the Skeleton King.
AC up on Starladder.
Ooh, I don't know which is scarier. Or more scary. Let's see, other item pickups here. No, not a hell of a lot other than the AC that Merlini mentioned, Disruptor. He's working towards an Ag Scepter, and he's actually a bit more than halfway there. Does have the point booster and Ogre Staff, or Ogre Club. I say Ogre Staff, what am I talking about? And Storm, I wonder if he's going to go for the Orchid next.
What's wrong with Ogre Club?
Got about 25 next. No, I was calling it Ogre Staff.
Oh,
It's
Ogre
good.
Staff.
No, he's working towards his Ags, but
I thought you
there's
called
no such item as Ogre Staff.
Axe.
Ogre Axe.
Ogre Axe.
Radiant's bottom
Did it used to be
tower
called
has
Ogre Axe?
fallen.
It
I
was,
think
and they
so.
changed it to Club. It still has the axe icon, which is kind of ironic. Doesn't make any sense.
Have you read all the flavor text for the items?
The what?
Flavor text for items?
Oh, like the little at the bottom?
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
There's some clever ones.
Some of them are good.
Yeah.
It is a Lincoln's up on the Death Prophet, so she's not too
Dire's
worried
middle tower
about
is under
the
attack.
ease of not getting it off with amplified damage. So it's a good item on DP. It's just, you know, it's like every time you see a Lincoln's picked up against a Bristleback, it's like,
Yeah.
like it's a good item, but it
I would
just
say
loses
it's like
some of
it's kind of like Bounty Hunter. Like
Yeah.
the ult's like somewhat important, but at the same time you
Radiant's
can
bottom
expend it to
tower
pop a
is under
Lincolns
attack.
without detrimenting
Dire's
your team
top
that much.
tower is under
So.
attack.
So Relax will rotate to the
Dire's
top and
structures
put
are
some pressure
fortified.
on this tier 2 tower. That will open up some room for Power Rangers to move into Roshan. Roshan's
This
Lincoln's
gold lead
looking
is still
proper.
really close though. 2,000 only in favor of PR.
Dire's
That's
top
not bad at
tower has
all.
fallen.
I think if Nature's Prophet hadn't died so much, they would
Radiant's
probably
bottom
be very
tower
close
is
to
under
even.
attack.
But look at all of this split action. FGod just pressuring the bottom tier 2. He'll port back to the base. Roshan's now fallen. Starladder the one to grab the Aegis. And yeah, Relax will go ahead and just
Dire's top
retreat
tower
pretty
is
much
under
straight
attack.
away here.
Do you like Wraith King or Skeleton King more?
As just a name?
Yeah.
Oh, Skeleton King for sure.
Yeah.
But I'm also a sucker for his name in Dota 1. He was Leoric, right? Leoric the Skeleton King.
King Leoric.
Dude, I remember killing Leoric in Diablo 1. So every time I saw Leoric, it just gave me, you know, nostalgia flashbacks.
Oh, Yoki gets caught out by himself. He does not have a BKB. He is caught out way too out of position. He's going to die twice.
Yep, his ultimate will pop. There comes the slow. Can support get here in time? Axe is on his way. There's the static field, or static storm, pardon me. And they'll glimpse him back. Yoki's in big trouble.
Where's the blink in from Dread?
Oh,
Dread, you got to help your bro out.
He'll dive a tier 2, but he won't hop into that. I don't know, Merlini. I just don't know. Now Moon, he's going to try to pursue onto the
now
Death
he
Prophet.
jumps
He'll
in?
do it. Dread hops in inside of a kinetic field, and he just gets worked. But Yoki did buy back. Tame My Wild did survive the onslaught from the Starladder. And they will proc the Aegis, but it's also going to cost them their Rubik. Still not a good fight for Relax. So far, it has been an Aegis in exchange for 3 and a buyback on the Wraith King.
This is a disaster. I think Dread should have just sacrificed his life for Wraith King right there. At least buy some time for his team. But it was Wraith King's fault for getting caught out past the river without any support up.
But I mean, if he was going to hop in and do kind of a YOLO blink anyway, why not do it when you have a chance at saving the Wraith King instead of doing it after Wraith King's already dead?
Instead of 3.
I mean, that's probably as good an answer as any because it was an odd play to observe. Tier 2 tower in the mid, taking some heavy damage. They will get it, but a nice deny from the Death Prophet. Will finish it off. J4.
Good catch by Dread.
Yep, he'll get picked off. Dread redeeming himself a little bit
Is
here.
there going to be a dunk? He's going to get the first earn charges of the game right here.
He doesn't have the dunk. It's on cooldown. But he still gets an earn charge. That's
no
cool.
fun.
Shot slow up top, meanwhile. He'll get repelled. He's totally out of mana. He's in no man's land. And sorry, Shotchlow, but you are boned.
Big bad Starladder.
Big and bad indeed.
Just chasing down Nature's Prophets all day.
All day. Yeah, we've seen a lot of Slardars and a lot of Nature's Prophets
Starladder
today.
crushes Nature's Prophet.
Quite literally.
Crushes. Yeah, and I mean, if Starladder doesn't have any items, then it's okay. But I mean, Starladder in most of these games have just been giving free farm to get Treads and Blink. He had Treads, Blink, Vanguard in 13, 14 minutes, which is ridiculous farm.
Uh-oh. Now Moon's in some trouble, though. He'll get initiated on. And he'll get dropped. A great kill for RX. That smoke they used worth it. And now they will press forward. Exorcism ready. They've got creeps nearby, so they can actually push into the base. Starladder forced to buy back. No glyph available. F-God, he'll blink forward, but he needs to be a little bit careful here. With Exorcism up, the return damage will be scary. Oh, wow. That Rubik barely making it onto the other side of the kinetic field, but still does not survive to tell the tale. Now they're going to move out. Doom Ultimate used on Tame My Wild. He's in big trouble. But Death Prophet will be the first to fall. Dread the second to go down. Shotchlow, he's ported back in. But for what reason? Only to go back to the well, it seems. Yeah, not looking good. Yoki in some trouble as well. Nature's Prophet gets picked. Yoki does have an ultimate available. He really wants this kill on J4, but I don't think he's going to find it. Maybe he can use that Wraith Fire Blast when he pops up. No, the kinetic field. J4 is just on point with this Disruptor, man. He has been playing so well. That will be a 5-for-1 Starladder buyback. So 5 for 1.5, if you will.
Well, PR were actually under threat to lose their Brax right there. So that was still a very impressive pick by Relax, though.
Yep.
So, yeah, experience lead, almost 20,000 in favor of PR. Gold lead, not that bad, only 4,000. But most of it's been on this Wraith King, and he, died, he bought back, and now he died again. Granted, it was over the span of like 3 or 4 minutes, but he lost his reincarnate twice.
Yeah.
It all started with that mid getting caught out there. That was just
Yeah.
The worst play that Relax made this game.
Even in that last fight, I mean, Power Rangers did it right. They saved Wraith King for last, so even when they procced his ultimate, it doesn't really matter. That's the problem with Wraith King. Even though his ultimate is really powerful, once it's procced that huge slow,
it's because his team can't do anything.
Yeah, just save him.
DP
Save him for last.
DP gets doomed. Axe doesn't do anything. And Nature's Prophet, he should be more farm, but he doesn't have a sheep. Like, all he has are utility items with Mech and Force.
And right now, the supports are just so underleveled for RX. Rubik only level 10, Axe only level 11. Then everyone else after that point jumps up to 14 and higher. That's where RX are really struggling.
Slarddar's finally overtaken net worth leaderboard.
Yep. Oh, wow. That's definitely a big turning of the tides. And speak of the devil, he'll hop forward. He catches Dread. He's stuck inside of a Static Storm kinetic field. He will fall. Now Moon will try and escape. He will have a sprint coming up in just a moment, but in comes F-God. He'll blink forward. Tame My Wild is in trouble as well. He's got an ultimate available, but no mana for it. Kinetic field just slightly off the mark as Moon hops forward. Courier actually moving into the mix. DP will survive. And whoa, F-God, he's going back in by himself. And that, a little bit of a Nyx Assassin feed right there. That one was not so keen, but...
Trying to one-up Dread on the YOLO plays.
Yeah, seriously. It looks like Wraith King will be working towards probably a BKB next with that Ogre Club, but you never know.
You can always
Could
hope for
be
the
a
casual
Sanj.
save.
Yeah, it could be a Sanj. It could be the Halberd. You never know. You never know. Doom, he's just going ore build. This is my favorite Doom build here. This is where I think Doom really shines. Mech, Shivas, Vlads with a blink, Arcane Boots. Just overall great utility, huge buffs to the team. Now he's super tanky, 1,800 hit points, and he's got 33 armor.
Yeah, I like this build too.
This is just, it's so solid. It's all around. Individually, it's maybe not the best build in terms of Doom being able to solo kill people, but in terms of team fight presence, it's absolutely huge.
Yeah, and they do have to help out the Starladder a little bit.
Dread's in some trouble down here in the bottom lane. Scandal with an invisibility rune will find an easy initiation. He's also going to show off that new Scythe of Ice. Easy peasy. See you later. Furion comes in, but yeah, what are you going to do?
Yep, Relax just doesn't have the man fight power that PR has, and just no initiation too. Storm Spirit, he has BKB. They can't really counter his initiate right now, and on top of that, they have no one to really do that much during Doom except for the Wraith King, because Death probably just gets Doom almost exclusively every fight.
Yeah, she's a good target for it, and also a big item pickup here, Merlini. Disruptor with Ags. That's scary. That's huge.
That's really big. Has he had that for a while?
I didn't see exactly when he picked it up, but he grabbed it not that long
Yeah, now
ago.
BKB is not very useful if Wraith King wants to opt for that.
That's one of those classic Scepter upgrades where on paper it's so ridiculously strong it stops you from using items as well as being silenced inside the Static Storm. It's just hard as hell to farm. So now that he has it, this Disruptor, I think well-deserved as well. This Disruptor's really been on point.
Yeah. Disruptor's
he also has a Ghost Scepter too, so he's hard to kill.
Disruptor's fantastic. I think he should be picked more. He's like 9 out of 10 for support for me. Like if Visage is a 10, he is that good.
I'm starting to agree. I used to be a little more cynical about Disruptor, but he just
like we've seen him today just crush,
dominate. Yeah, he fits into pretty much every lineup. He's such a flexible support. He can do a lot of damage. He can set up kills, and he can also help your team survive. You can use that kinetic field. Such a versatile ability.
The reason I like him so much is because he's a playmaker.
Yeah, definitely. That's
look at this
true.
cheeky play with a Quelling Blade.
Oh yeah, look at that. Just cutting his way into the trees. Lumberjack Disruptor here. And woo, RX, they'll smoke up here in the top. And they will rotate towards the mid, it looks like. Meanwhile, PR are in the mid lane. That tier 2 tower has already fallen.
F-God, probably going to get caught out. Nope.
Or will it be... Nope, F-God, J4, someone's getting caught. And oh, nice force staff to the low ground. Nature's Prophet ulti flies. This is going to be a failed smoke gank. No, maybe they'll catch J4. Dread blinks forward. And Disruptor, he will at least throw the ultimate down just in case he's going to die. Team support is nearby, though, and Rubik will be the first to go down. Death Prophet gets her ultimate off, but she'll take the Doom once again. Dread in the front lines. He's going to get obliterated. Meanwhile, Shotchlo, he'll get chased down by Scandal. Relax, are just getting picked apart. Relax, you're not doing fine. You're in big trouble.
Yoki dies without any mana.
Yep, oh, wow. Yeah, I was watching the Nature's Prophet, but that was a 4-for-0, and RX were the initiators there. That was their smoke gank that started it off, and
very nice play by F-God there. I don't think he intended to pop a Stoke, but he knew that they were around there, and he tried to scout them out. And yeah, if you just 4-man gank a Nyx Assassin, then yeah, it's probably not worth it. But they didn't even get the kill on the Nyx Assassin, and as you said, they did get the jump, and they were supposed to get a couple of kills, but
they didn't even finish off Disruptor, and it was still a good play by J4. He didn't panic. He got the ultimate down, and then just tried to create space. But they have so much counter initiate. They've got 2 blinks and 3 blinks. Pardon me. And then they've also got the Storm Spirit, so basically 4 blinks. You know, Storm's even better than a Blink Dagger. So you hop on Disruptor, you know that if support is even close to nearby, they're coming in hot. And they're hungry.
Looks like Skype issues.
Uh-oh. Very unfortunate.
Scandal is 13-2. It's ridiculous.
He sure is.
Not much more you can ask from a stand-in. But now PR, they have pretty full Roshan control. Storm can get Aegis and Cheese if you wanted to and just go to town. And like Wraith King, he must have got a mana burn a lot to not have enough mana for reincarn.
Yeah, I honestly wasn't. I was watching the Nature's Prophet. That was too much.
And then Nature's Prophet just not having impact.
How come we've seen so few Clockworks today? He's been such a playmaker over the recent days. That's it. Just the difficulty of execution. I mean, is he that much more difficult than Nature's Prophet?
Nature's Prophet is more about map sense.
It's a different skill set. Maybe not. Maybe on a raw, like, judging the difficulty a similar level, but just totally different
Clockwork's really
skills.
good.
I mean, we haven't seen Clockwork at all today. I think he might have been banned out in 1 or 2 of the games, but a lot of them he was just ignored. And I don't know, on 6.8, Clockwork has just been a huge hero. You're talking about you like Disruptor because he's a playmaker. Clockwork is the playmaker.
Clockwork is 10 out of 10 too.
Yeah, 10 out of 10.
He is
in the playmaker category.
He's Kale tier.
Kale tier playmaker. Starladder is, I mean, he's coming back. Again with these just sort of... This is another one of these situations where I don't like Starladder that much because where's the synergy? What's the minus armor that he's going to pair with? And
he's just good at catching out.
He's just
catching out Nature's Prophet. You can't let Relax play too greedily because they have a better fight.
I mean, they already have Nyx Assassin for that though. He's more than enough to deal with
Storm.
The Rat Dodo.
I agree. I mean, I don't think Starladder fits in every lineup, but he did well here. When you get free farm like that.
But this is like an example of where I don't think it could have been anyone.
It could have been anyone, yes.
Well, almost anyone. A comparable kind of carry. Could have been a Spectre. Yeah, probably could have been a Morphling.
It could have been a Morphling this game.
You hit the nail on the head earlier on. This isn't as much of Power Rangers executing really well as Relax just being very sloppy. Still, this Axe is he's their big bottleneck. We'll hold that thought, though, as Tame My Wild maybe in some trouble here. Will pop the ultimate long-range zip. They have not a care in the world. They'll actually burn the Static Storm for this as well. That might have been overkill, but they'll finish him off.
Good pick
easy
by
peasy.
Scandal.
Yeah.
That's huge. Oh, I don't even know. Yeah, Rubik just died somewhere. But
yeah, apparently Moon was just soloing the world there.
Like, if Death Prophet has a buyback here, it's... Like, I don't even think it's going to be enough. He is going to have to buy back.
Dread's hungry. He wants to try and kill F-God here. This is going to be interesting. I don't know if Dread's going to go for it. He's doing the math right now. He's got that calculator out. He's Alt-Tab, Control-R, calc.exe. Here we go. He's going for it. Will he get it? There's the Spike Carapace. F-God. He's going to try to make the escape. Yule's out. Dread. Is he going to cut him? Nope. Not going to have the Axe. Cheshire Cat now will poured in for assistance. The Doom Ultimate used. And I think Dread will take a spill. There's the mech. That will buy him some time. Oh, the Carapace from F-God. Beautifully done. And Dread will fall to the wrath of time. Compliments of the Doom Ultimate. Now Shotchelo. He was trying to help his buddy. And
that mana burns.
He's going to try to make some escape. Can they cut the trees down? Where's the Quelling Blade? Oh, the War Stomp outside of the tree line. Well done. They'll get a 2-for-0. Beautifully played. Meanwhile, what was going on in the mid? They took out the tier 3, and they cleared the melee racks. Now Moon's going to initiate. Yoki's in some trouble. He does have an ultimate available. Scandal hops in as well. BKB on. Rubik falls. Moon just trying to buy some time. Yoki will survive for now. Shotchelo, did he just buy back? Yep, he sure did. Now he wants Moon. Moon's in some trouble. Will get silenced. I think Starladder is going to fall.
I don't know. He has AC heart.
Yeah, he's really tanky. And he's got Blink coming up. Oh, ho! Look at these crafty plays with the Starladder. He's just too darn fast. Too darn tanky. And he slithers away. Oh, PR just dominating Merlini.
Wow. Storm picking up an Orchid after a Scythe and BKB. That's a really late Orchid.
So, yeah, interesting item progression. I still think he could have gotten away with Orchid first this game. The BKB wasn't bad, but he could have been a little bit more aggressive with that Orchid.
I agree.
I mean, what did he get the BKB to stop? You know, usually if it's like against a pop, a huge amount of damage.
Silence from...
That's the one thing? You think that's enough to warrant a BKB first?
I think so.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, no, I don't think it's enough to warrant a BKB first. I think it's enough to warrant a BKB.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Oh, Death Prophet, speak of the devil. Tame My Wild. There's no surviving this one.
So much stun. Impale.
Oh, Yoki. Now Yoki's in some trouble. In comes Dread as well. Another nice Static Storm will split this fight up. Dread on the backside. Nature's Prophet gets the ultimate off. Dread, he will be the first to fall following that of Death Prophet. Now Shotchelo, he's in some trouble. Mech comes out. That'll buy him some time.
The Lincolns.
And Yoki's still alive as well, but it's just not enough. Now Rubik, he's going to get taken out. Tame My Wild, I believe he used a buyback here because he was the first to fall. Yes, of course he did. So I guess a worthy buyback, but still they can't secure any kills. Power Rangers just showing how far ahead they are at this point, Merlini.
This is without the Storm, too.
40,000 experience. Oh my.
Scandal actually hasn't been here in a couple of the fights, but he doesn't need it. Moon, monster kill. He is 13-1-8 on this Starladder. He has heart.
Yeah,
He
there it
just-
is. GG, well
Wow.
played. That's appropriate time to tap out. 40,000 experience edge at this point.
The
Dire
X
victory.
non-factor, Nature Prophet, pretty much a non-factor too. They
Yeah.
teams just don't really know how to handle a Starladder. I think you just draft a really strong tri-lane and then like Visage +2. Visage is the king of tri-lane.
Visage.
Visage +2.
Visage wasn't even in this game. We're still giving him shout-outs.
Yeah,
Just
I know.
imagine if it was a Visage.
Just you need to be able to put a lot of pressure on the Starladder early. Like they had a free farming Starladder against a Nature Prophet. That's just not going to work out because he'll get his Midas and then he'll have his Blink at the same time. He'll have like Treads Blink around the same time that he has Midas, and that's just not going to work out for a Nature Prophet if he can't split push ever.
Nature's Prophet was 0-4 today, Merlini. 0-4. It was not
Bottom
a
was
good day
0
for
and
Fury.
3.
Huh?
Bottom was 0 and 3.
Yeah, Potom wasn't good. I still think this game came down to the axe. Dread
Yes.
ended this game 2-15-3.
Oh boy.
It's not even about the deaths as much as the lack of assists
He didn't
and
really
kills.
fit into the draft either, too.
Yeah.
Like I didn't really see, like maybe if he like gets a really quick level 3 and then he storms into the jungle, but they warded up his camps very early, and he couldn't get any urn charges.
Yeah, I mean that is a good point. They did make his life a little bit more difficult, but even just his initial item build.
If like 2 observer wards just completely shut a hero down, then that's not a good
yeah,
hero.
usually a sign that hero is a little bit weak right now. But
he
it's
is a little weak.
He's definitely a little bit weak, but he's not as bad as Dread made him look right here. You know, we talked about the poor man's shield, not a good starting item on Axe.
His blink not saving the Wraith King, his YOLO blink on the T2.
Yeah, questionable blinks, and even just the boots into that, he had such a slow start because his opening items were odd, and even the urn. You know, urn is good on heroes that can pick up kills. If you end the game with a total of 5 kills and assists,
yeah.
probably weren't.
If he
making
went
good
for the
use of
mech
urn.
and Nature Prophet could go for some more useful items, I think it would have been a slightly different game. But still, I definitely agree. The axe pick didn't fit, and they didn't make it work well.
Yeah, definitely right, my friend. So we do have our schedule for tomorrow coming up here. If you can pardon me very quickly, Merlini.
Relax, you're not doing fine.
Relax, you're not doing fine. So coming up tomorrow, same place, same time, we've got Rock's Kiss versus Relax, then Rock's Kiss versus Ahead. After that will be Ahead versus Sigma, and we'll round off our day tomorrow with Cleave versus Rock's Kiss. So a rather exciting
A
schedule.
lot of Rock's Kiss tomorrow.
A lot of Rock's Kiss, and we haven't seen a whole lot of them. Actually, haven't seen them at all throughout this tournament, so should be interesting. Getting into the nitty-gritty of the round robin here of Starladder Season 9.
Well played, Power Rangers.
Well played, Power
Well played
Rangers.
indeed.
I'm a big fan of Power Rangers. They're one of those teams. They have consistency issues, but in the last 2 seasons, this is an interesting stat. Season 7 and Season 8 in the group stage, they upset Alliance both times. Both times. Will they do it again in Season 9, Merlini?
Who knows?
Time will tell, but they're definitely a team that can make some plays. Like I said, consistency is their
How
issue,
do they
but
rate on the playmaker scale?
pretty high. They're not quite Kale tier, but they're one of those mid tiers that we don't have. We haven't developed the names
It's
for
the
yet.
normal.
Regular tier, 60 percentile tier, above average, but you know, like I don't know, toothpaste tier. Toothpaste is good. I don't know. We got to come up with something for the middle. What's like a 60 percentile tier?
It's well, it has to be food because they have
Oh,
kale.
it has to be food. Oh yeah,
He's a banana. Banana tier. I don't know.
banana tier. That sounds too dirty. Too dirty. So, all right, guys, that wraps it up for today. Thank you for joining us for day 2 of the European Starladder Season 9 group stage. I'm Zyori. With me is Merlini. We'll be back tomorrow. Same place, same time here on the Dota Starladder _EN Twitch stream. You know that we're from Beyond the Summit, but in case you didn't, check us out at Beyond the Summit on Twitter. Until tomorrow, guys, take it easy. We'll see you.